to say 4 o'clock is always an exciting time because it's when we launch a brand new and exclusive. I hope you're right, folks, wherever you're watching from. Still a bit chilly weather out there, isn't it? So it's a perfect time to put your feet up this afternoon. Let's watch some gorgeous, gorgeous crafting. Well, we're here with our lovely Toni Derrick, who's joining us over the Tinterweb. Toni, there, can you hear us?
I can, thank you so much. Hi everyone, I'm so sorry I can't be there. I've got my slippers on. I don't know if you know, Charlie, but I slipped this morning and now I can't drive.
Oh, no, are you all right though? I hope you're okay.
Yeah, I'm just gutted that I'm missing this launch because I've been waiting for this launch for months.
Oh, I hope you're right. Well, Toni, thanks so much. Look, this is the next best thing, of course, but I know you've got lots of demonstrations. And Toni said, been looking forward to this. We've been looking forward to this. Regular viewers will know I just love anything with foiling in. The examples we got to show you of this beautiful bundle, this is all about hot foiled watercolouring, colouring in books. You get the cards, you get the envelopes. Already, a lot of the stock has gone. In fact, you know what? A third of the stock has gone. And as soon as you open it, you get an idea of what this is all about. They add so much finesse, don't they, for the details. They add so much excitement, and this is top quality cardstock. So if you want to plot around with water brushes, with watercolours, this is the kind of thing that you can create. They're beautiful, and they give you lots of ideas on the actual packaging. Just briefly, I had a look at this. I had a little snoop around these cards just before we became live. That, my friends, is gorgeous. They look so expensive, and you've got so many different designs that it feels good quality card. You're going to have a great time working with this. But a third's gone at £24.40 off. Oh, my word, you have been waiting for this, clearly. So it's 254585. I just appreciate gorgeous art like this. Foiling, it makes the card look quite expensive. It makes it look quite luxurious, doesn't it? This is absolutely beautiful. Let me pick another one up for you. Here we go. Oh, do you know what? Golden blues, golden purples and pinks. They look beautiful, don't they? So that's the sort of thing that's so achievable. And you haven't got to even stamp these. You pull them at the page and you go straight to the fun part of colouring. But of course, you can just leave them as they are because they're detailed images. They look gorgeous even before you add colour, so it's hard to get it wrong. We are absolutely sport for choice with these. Right, here it is. Here's everything you're getting. The 3 books, the stack of card blanks, and of course, their matching envelopes. We've had a very busy start, guys. Thank you so much. If you're a regular viewer, you'll know. If not, we have new and exclusive most days. We're going to be here, all being well, stock-wise, at 8 o'clock tonight and 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. But quite often, we don't get to the later shows. You know, that has happened in the past. So if you're tempted by it, I wouldn't wait longer than you need to. I'll get into basket now and actually start getting those baskets checked out. Actually, 40% of the stock has now gone here. This is just so dreamy to work with. They're beautiful images. Right, let's get back to Toni. So, Toni, what have you got first of all?
Toni.
Toni.
Hi, everyone. I'm so delighted to be back on my own terra firma, guys. Thank you so much. I'm so excited about this show, and I'm gutted that I can't be there. Thankfully, though, we have our own studio, which enables us to do this, because otherwise it wouldn't have gone ahead. So thank you so much. But this kit is a little bit different to anything we've ever brought to you before. And you have all of the stock. There is no more. I've already given more today. I got the call this morning at 10:30 to say over half had gone. We've given you more, so once it's gone, it's gone. So let's do a quick talk through and let's do some fabulous demos and just have some fun for the hour.
Let's do it.
So in this particular kit, what I've put together for you is card blanks and envelopes. So you get a full bunch of card blanks and envelopes. Now, on the counter where Charlie is, there is a cream set, but it might be a white set, it might be a teal set, it might be a pink set. But whatever you get, they're all beautiful, OK? I've put those in as like a freebie, so you're not even paying for the wonderful card blanks, OK? They are a little bit of a treat, so if you do want to make cards and have high-quality cards, then I've got you covered. But the sort of like exciting thing about this bundle is they are a colouring system. They are on watercolour cardstock, so you are going to get the professional results. There is no cockle, no wave, no pilling, and it's hot foiled, which is so endearing. It's expensive in looking, so you are really going to get those classic in design cards. Let me show you through the books. So you get 3 in the kit. This is a great, great price. This is an introductory price, okay? So for those people that do not want to buy foiling machines, although I do have a foiling machine coming in the summer, but not everybody wants another machine. So if you want a shortcut, this is for you. Mindfulness on a whole new scale. You can sit on the couch, you can paint these, colour these, pencil these, just have fun with them. So each kit comes with its own designs. I will show you, but check out the foiling on here. They are exquisite. The detail in these designs is incredible. It's not missed any of the designs. It's totally pressed into that watercolour card. The card has a slight tooth as well. They are bound together by the ring binder. And as you can see down by the side here, you have the perforation. I love the colouring books that have these sort of spines, but I don't like pulling my artwork out because it has a tendency to tear. So what I've had done is I've had that perforation popped in there so you can get them out with ease. But if you just want to use them as a traditional colouring book and paint them through the book and not put them on cards, you can do that too. So let's have a look at some of the designs in this particular collection. Now, you do get 4 of each. So honestly, guys, do one in a pink, one in a blue, one in a green. So you get 4 of each. Then I've torn one out. And then you get, look at this design here. Absolutely wonderful. As you can see, we've left lots of white space in here so you can pop your sentiments. Now, if you're thinking, okay, so the colouring book, so where are my sentiments, Tony? There's no sentiments in this kit. But there is. So let's have a look at the next designs. So you can see how beautiful. So florals that are going to see you through the whole year, totally timeless. And the next one, I'll show you some samples in a second. So wreaths, so you can build your sentiments inside if you want to. You can bring in the components from other brands if you want to, your stamps, your toppers, corner to corner. So if you want to pop a family photo in here, you can. Let's keep going. And then, ta-da, on the back, we have foiled, excuse my sample here. This is me testing my watercolours. Here are the words. Now, you do get 4 of these also. So as you can see, you have all of covered. Have a wonderful day. Hello, friend. Thinking of you always, just for you. Birthday wishes. And then when you just cut them free from the page, you end up with the gold foiled designs in here. Now, I know how popular these have been even before I came to wear, so there are going to be more of these, and I'm going to do some rose gold ones, and I'm going to do some silver ones as well. So that's the larger book, and it's not a choice off. You get all 3. So that's the botanicals. Then you get your florals, which I'll just show you size-wise. Is the next size down, so you're going to be able to make an eclectic mix of sizes if you want to. But equally, I've just been using them as a traditional colouring book. I've had them on the flights. I've had them on travelling in the car as well, because you can colour them with your pencils, your pens, your acrylics, whatever you have. Because that gold foil acts as a resist, you can use any medium you want to. So let's have a look at the designs in this one. So as you can see, I've been tearing them out. I've just had fun, why not? So these ones are florals, the traditional florals. So you've got your gerberas, you've got your half moon design. So if you look at the design here, if you turn it this way, you have a landscape design too. Let's keep going. I love this one. So even if you're not a colourist, drop some water on, pop a colour on there, and the cards are truly magical. Then you have your lilies. Then we have our side panels, perfect for those cards that we really don't enjoy doing, which are sympathy ones. And they have that beautiful shine on there as well. And then you have the traditional poppies if you want to, or winter roses, some of you may know them as. So that's number 2, and that one is the florals. And then we have tags and toppers. Now, if you want longevity in your craft and you want that extra special gift for a loved one, well, now you've got your toppers and your tags, so you can see your design through. So as you can see, tags, I'm seeing bookmarks, seeing so many things. You have that perforation line in there as well. So you're going to cut them out with ease. Let's have a look at the next one. And then we have circles and the traditional arch. So you can absolutely, let me just grab this one here. Look, just to very quickly show you. So look at that foiling on there. Absolutely wow factor foiling. And that just screams expense to me. So if you did the coordinating card from one of the larger books, and you don't have to buy them as separate entities, you're going to get it all in the kit. And then here we go. That's the one I've just shown you there. Just bring that back in very quickly. And then keep going. I've started colouring these ones, look. So you have you could make these festive, Christmas if you wanted to. And then toppers. So these coordinate with the other ones, cut them free, mat and lay them onto something else. So they have a tooth. It is watercolour card. So when I say to you, ladies and gentlemen at home, make sure you colour onto the right property, because if you haven't got the good stuff or the stuff that works, it's going to make you think that you're actually rubbish when actually you're not. So all you need to do is drop some colour on these and you're going to look fantastic as a creator or a maker with your card making. So that is that one as well. So that's your tags and toppers. So let me just very quickly recap there. Tags and toppers, florals and your botanicals all in one kit, and then you get the set of card blanks and envelopes too. So do you want me to just throw back to you, Charlie, and then we'll come back and have a look at some samples?
Sounds great, Tony. Loving this. I'll be right back with you, Tony. Give you a chance to get ready for demonstrations. I have to tell you that at home. So we've been live, what, 10, 11 minutes, let's call it. Half of the stock has gone. And once it's gone, it has gone. I actually do think it could go this show. It could, yeah, they just said, my producer says, yeah, we think so too. This is the kind of thing that you can colour. Is it going to be traditional watercolour paints? Is it going to be this gorgeous inks that I know Tony absolutely adores? They make you feel so artistic. And for me, this is feel-good art. Straight away, I mean, look, if I just show you one picture, they already look good. You're only ever going to be enhancing this. It always gives you a bit of a resist, actually, so it's actually very, very forgiving to get great results with these. But like I said, half of the stock's gone. You've got so many different styles in there, so many different beautiful images. In fact, I'm looking at these cards now. These are very magical indeed. So this is so achievable. You can absolutely do this at home. This is bound to be feel-good art that makes you feel very, very artistic. You're saving £24.40. This is it. Once it's gone, it's gone. So I wouldn't hang around on that. All 3 books, you get the stack of card blanks and the corresponding envelopes. You might get these cream, you might get the white ones there. Wow, this has been busy. Honestly, this is the sort of thing where you could just put your feet up, tear a page out if you want to, put it on a tray on your lap and just plot around with water brush pens. There's very different mediums you can use with this. Moving on from this just briefly though, yes, this is the new and exclusive, but we've also got a cheeky little happy hour for you. We love a little cheeky happy hour, don't we? Right now, this is a special price for this show, so it goes up at 5 o'clock. I mean, look, it's worth it. The Celebrate die set, you got Hooray, you got Cheers, you got Celebrate, and that's like a classic sort of paint palette we got there. Really, really clever. I mean, this might be little pendants, jewellery, who knows if you want to reinforce it. But for £4.49, that's worth every single penny. If it's to go around with little party bags for your children's tea parties, if it's going to be a Cheers for adult gifts like wine bottles and so on, just to go around the bottleneck, these are a really, really fun way of adding party vibes to your gifts, and you've just saved £4.50. You've added this to your basket. So 485268. That is a very, very popular one. It's geared around so much craft, celebrations. It's so widely spanned across, isn't it? So there we go. I would add that in to your baskets, and I would absolutely go for the brand new and exclusive. These are gorgeous. Back to the details though. Onto the new and exclusive. As the name suggests, we can't currently buy this anywhere else. It's a very, very proud moment, and thanks to you for watching. Thanks to Tony and the team for making this happen. It's a proud moment. Tony, just to recap, because I know you've got demonstrations and inspiration. We can use various different materials on this card, can't we?
You totally can, and that's the beauty of it. The colouring system, if you are not a crafter, it might be an introduction to craft, but if you are not a crafter and actually like to do the mindful side of craft, where it means that you can sit on the couch and just paint. You don't have to have all the stash in the world. You just want something as a distraction or something to learn or something to play around with. You get 4 opportunities with each design to grow as you go along with each image in there. And I just love that because, yes, we do a ton of stamps. Yes, we do dies. Yes, we do collections with kits and papers. But it is nice sometimes to just step away and take a breath. And that's what I love about these. That's what's enabled me to do with these particular ones. And what I also love, Charlie, is the fact that it's for all ages. So the card that you held up earlier with the bright pink flower on there, Karen from our design team was crafting with her grandchildren, and they've actually made some of those samples. So I've got Noel, that's exactly the one. So Noel's made that one, and that is Karen's grandchild. So you know it can be for everyone. So if you buy the books, maybe tear a sheet out, enable the kids to get involved as well. What's the worst that could happen?
That's fantastic. That's incredible. I mean,
isn't that just simply amazing?
Isn't that amazing?
Karen,
they're going to love to...
Karen's an avid crafter herself, and who's just like me trying to get the next generation through with crafting. So well done, Noel, for doing that one. But equally, when you come to these, if you are an advanced colorist, you have all of the components to make it work. The cardstock is high quality watercolor cardstock. We're not cutting corners. It's not cardstock that pills or buckles or bevels. It's the quality. Then the gold foil doesn't scratch off. It's been embedded into that lovely watercolor cardstock, so you know you're going to have quality in your design. So you can play around, you can move that color around. It's going to resist as well. So you don't have to color. You can mop up the ink off your mat. You can use your acrylics. What about pencil coloring? Just because it's on watercolour card does not mean it has to be coloured with watercolours. So just enjoy the process, that's what it's all about. So let me just show you a couple of samples, then we'll get into a lovely demo. So I love the fact that happy hour deal I purposely put on there, Charlie, because the sentiments fit beautifully with these designs. So all you need to do is just add the die cut Celebrate, the die cut Hooray for £4 or whatever it is. You have sentiments to go with if you are a card maker too. So check out this magnolia. I mean, to buy a magnolia plate to go through a hot foiling machine would cost the price of this bundle. The whole price of this bundle. So just think about, you know, if you are saving your money and you are on a budget, that is what Stamps by Me is constantly thinking about, is how can we cut these corners and save those pennies but still get those results and those looks. So this is a magnolia. Check this out with a frame around. So you really can frame those masterpieces, get the looks. You can see all of that incredible detail on there. People don't have to know that these have been taken out of a traditional colouring book. Build them in with your embossing folders. Pop them with your own embossing sentiments and things like that. Build in the stencils in the back. I mean, come on. As soon as you tilt these cards, it's like, that is expensive. Thank you very much. Yes, it is. I made it for you. Yes, you are welcome. Look at these in the bright colours. But this is what I was saying, Charlie, about the big design and the tags. Although I said that the tags are brilliant for your presents and your envelopes and things like that, build them on the cards. They work beautifully with the cards because they coordinate. Poppies. If you do like the mixed media and the layering element, you can do that. You can see the sentiments here. We haven't had to go sentiment hunting. It's in the kit as well. I just love the very fact that I have got these at a great price. They are super high quality, and I am going to get these results without having to spend on a machine. Now, I have a machine coming in the summer, Charlie, but I always say this to everybody is, not everybody can afford a machine, so why should you be left out as a card maker just because you can't afford the machines and things like that? So these are a great shortcut, guys, and I think you're going to work your way through these pretty fast. So let me just show you how the system works. So let's just grab one of the patterns out of here. Let's go with this one. So it's super easy to take them out of the book. They have the perforation in here. Now, traditionally, you would have to tear them out of here. And normally what happens is this ends up getting, like, buckled. It ends up breaking from the system. So all you need to do is just sort of, like, push it up on that perforation there and then just hold it in place, and it tears away with pure ease. And then all you need to do is trim that jagged edge off there. So I already now have pre-printed sheets that I can go ahead and colour. Now, let's say you're not a colourist. I like to watercolour. I'm okay at it. I'm not brilliant, but I'm not rubbish either. So all you're going to need is a brush. My brushes are on the website, Create and Crafts website. Excuse me. Whoop. And you're going to need some water. Now, I have popped on the watercolour brushes from Thirsty Brush. And again, if you haven't got any colours at home and you're sat on the TV and you're like, oh, I love them books, but I don't have anything to paint with, then we have some watercolour brush pens for you as well. So I'm just going to show you these very quickly. So they're ink captivated in the barrels, green, purple, red, orange. And these are like a great way to start your colouring system. If you've already got watercolours in your stash or kit, then you can skip this beat. But if you haven't, these are a great way to get introduced to colouring these books. So super easy. Pull the lid off, untwizzle, take this green cap away, and then just puncture the barrel. Twist, 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 and then the colour will come through the barrel. Take some cardstock of some form, any cardstock you want to, a little bit of scrap. Give them a squeeze. There's a push button here, a push button here, and again, I've popped these on at a fantastic price again for you for an introductory. give them a squeeze. The colour, you can see the colour just coming down that barrel, and then it comes down to the tip here. Just squeeze, squeeze, squeeze until it comes to the drip, and then when the ink comes through, the lovely brush becomes a lovely brush nib on there. So let's get some colour on here. The great thing is, because it's on watercolour card, we can move it around and have some fun. So let's get in this petal. So I'm just going to paint. Now, I'm not being careful. The gold will act as a resist, okay? It'll push it away, so I'll still get my beautiful design. Just going to take some water on my brush here, and then I'm just going to drag that colour out. When you're watercolouring, it always goes silent. So let's do one down here. So I pop the pigment down at the base here, and then just clean my brush. Drag that colour out.
This looks beautiful, Toni. Absolutely beautiful.
Already it looks fantastic, doesn't it? And we haven't really done that much. So let's just add, if you're a little bit more advanced, of course, you can use your traditional tube paints, your palette paints, play around with wet in wet techniques. But I am absolutely focused on a brand new crafter today, or maybe a crafter that does not have confidence to pick up a brush. This is going to enable you to pick up that brush. So let's get some more colour on here.
And so what is it
and
about?
then just drag it out.
What is it about the foiling that you think really pops? Because, you know, I do have a look at cards when they're in shops, come in, just intrigued what people are buying. And as soon as I look at cards on the shows and all sorts, it's the foiling that really grabs my attention first before lots of others. You know, if people are making and selling, by the way, they can do that with these pieces of art, can they?
They absolutely can. And I think the foiling just screams elegance. It looks like you've put a ton of thought into the card for whoever you're going to give it to. And it also is classic, isn't it, foiling? Totally classic, particularly gold as well, because it just pops from the page, and you don't need to do much to the card for it to look like a beautiful card. Now, I'm going to just do a little bit of the green too, just to show you. So that was the red. Let's get some of the green. Pull that through here. So I'll just clean my brush. And, I mean, it's really difficult to demo these live on air because it is just painting. But I will show you some other ways to use them as well, hopefully if there's any left later. So let's do some of the green. Let's just do this one here, green. So pop your green on. And I always just pop a little bit on because it's easier to take it away. It's easier to add colour. You can't really take it away. So drag it out with a wet brush. Like so. Just let it do its thing. Don't try and control it. You're never going to control watercolour. Water's going to do its own thing. So add the colour, drag it out. I'll go all the way up. Could go all the way up here. I'm not going to colour the whole image. I'm just showing you. For instance, now I've nearly done this image. You know what? It's taken me, what, minutes, moments? Not very long at all. Let me just hold this up to the camera to show you how the colour has resisted from how the colour's resisted from the gold. No effort at all here. Look at this.
Oh, wow.
Now, I mean, these are going to just blow... Excuse the drip of water there. These are literally going to blow your mind when you start painting them and matte and layering them onto some cards. So let's get one I've already done here. This is one I've already done, and I mixed a bit of pink in there too, just to give it a little bit of dimension. So you can add pink, look at that, pinks, orange, green. Take your time with them if you want to. If you just want to do a load of cards, 24 sheets in each. So if you think about the 24 in each, that's not including the sentiments and the tags, but design-wise, 24 in one, 24 in the other. That's 48 designs, so that's 48 cards, and then you have the tags, toppers, and words on top of as well. So I'm thinking you could make at least 60 cards if you wanted to. Right, so let's get this onto a card. Super easy. Now, in the back of your book... Sorry, Charlie.
No, it's right. Just a quick heads up. Was it 2/3? Sorry. 2/3 of the stock has gone. We've been, I don't know about you, I was honed in to watch those demonstrations. Are we going to be back at 8 o'clock tonight or 8 tomorrow morning? I don't know. We might have a contingency plan, I don't know. But once this is gone, that's it. It's gone, OK? 2/3. Really, really impressed with this. This is for everyone there. Maybe you've been crafting for years. Maybe you've got foiling machines. But sometimes it's just nice just to get a book out, get the paints, and you go straight to the fun part. Maybe you haven't got time to get the the bits of kit out. Maybe I haven't got time to get everything out of boxes, and maybe I've got a craft room. This is just something you could just pull out and do on the kitchen table, and we'll put your feet up, telly on the background. This is lovely. And it's just so, it's hard to get this wrong, because the foiling looks beautiful. And honestly, I have, dare I say, bought cards from a shop. I know. But it's always the foiled ones that tick the box for me. It adds so much finesse, it adds so much wow. By default, it just does. It's that reflectiveness that makes it look expensive. And that coupled with the quality card is just joyful. Even if you just pot around with a brush, add a little bit of colour, it's going to look fantastic. Or again, you can just leave it. You might go to town and paint very detailed in this. But either way, they are gorgeous, gorgeous pieces of art. You've got stacks and stacks and stacks. So if you know you're going to enjoy just potting around with those brushes, bringing these to life, then you spent your money very wisely. You save £24.40 there. That's a new and exclusive. Just heads up for you, the details on the bottom of the screen for this die set. And it's actually the happy hour. So if you just flicked on, it's a special price for this show, £4.49, club price for this. Everything for party bags for kids to wine bottles for adults. This is going to be really, really handy. Toppers for cards, that's just going to be useful. So yeah, £4.49 for that. It's a really, really cracking deal. Well, let's go back to Toni. Toni, this is such a huge success. We knew it was going to be. And this is for people who are new to crafting or been crafting for years. But you just go straight to the fun part with this, don't you?
You absolutely do, and I think the mindfulness of craft is actually coming back, because we went through it when we went through the pandemic. Then we all got giddy again and started buying our craft stash. But I think people are taking a breath again, sitting back, relaxing, and looking at what they're actually purchasing and what they're getting for their money as well. I just knew this morning when the Peterborough number came on my phone that the only reason they were ringing me this morning is, can we have some more? I was like, you've got it all, guys. But anyway, let's just show you the sentiments in the back and how easy they are to cut away. So as long as you've got a set of scissors in your stash, then you're going to be able to make some cards. What I would say to you, though, is if you are painting these, you know, you can add the splats, you can add the texture as well to really give that realism as if they are a hand-painted card. You have painted them, so let's make them look better than they actually are. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my scissors. Now, the shapes in here are not hard. I didn't put any difficult shapes in here for you to cut away. So we have like a banner one squares, a little curve on the corner. I wanted to give you a little bit of shape on them, but I didn't want to overcomplicate them. So let's just cut away this one with the tails. And then all I did was I just took my scissors and run them down the side. And then we'll do the other side too. And then you can pop your 3D foam underneath, your dimensional foam, if you like to use that. It's totally, totally up to you. But these really do give that look like we have a machine and we have put a plate through a machine and done them ourselves. So I knew these were going to be super popular. I have been busting a gut to show you all these for such a long time. I'm going to do some in lots of different other colourways as well for the people that don't want to invest in a machine. So have a wonderful day there with that lovely gold foil detail on there. And the gold foiling is impeccable. There's no missing parts. It has printed beautifully. It took me a while to be able to get it onto that lovely textured tooth. Normally when you see foiled images, they're on a smooth cardstock because it's easier. But I wanted the watercolour card because that's what we do here at Stamps by Me. We watercolour everything. We watercolour stamps, embossing folders. We do it all. So all I'm going to do here, quite literally, is just, I'm not going to make the card. I'm just going to pop it onto this piece of black to show you how it pops. And then we'll pop it onto here just to show you if you have your coloured cards. So you might get pink in your set. And then the sentiment, you can mat and layer as well if you want to. So here, excuse me, I have a wonderful day. I like to connect my designs, but it is totally, totally up to you. So you can see the card in its entity there. So enjoy the moment, just paint them up, stick them on a card and move on. And you get them in a seller bag. If you want to sell them, you can sell them, gift them, or just have them ready for when you get that knock on the door saying, have you got a card? It's my mum's birthday.
Oh, John, it's nice, though. And do you know what? Right, yeah, birthdays, absolutely. And this is, you could frame these quite easily, actually. I do think like a little gallery feature wall. You might have a particular colour scheme. You can get loads of mica infused watercolour paints as well, can't you? So add little bits of shimmer, but that gold is beautiful. And actually, because there's lots of different shades of gold, this is your everyday classic. It's that classic warming gold you've got there. They're beautiful. They're absolutely gorgeous. So straight to the fun part, which is the first one that you're going to be colouring in. You can tear the page out and there you go, just get cracking with this. But Tony's absolutely right. I hear the word mindfulness repeated so often in craft, and I think it's one of the most important things about it. It's about focusing that attention without too many mediums to worry about. Just you, some colours and a water brush, maybe a bit of tissue on the side, just keep it clean, and you could just focus on every single brush stroke. Do you know 3/4 of the stock has gone here? 3/4. How long? And by the way, it's only 30 minutes and 42 seconds into the launch show. I think it's going to sell out this show. And don't forget, folks, you can have it on Flexi. You can all have it on Flexi. But if you want the lowest prices, do become a club member.
OK, thank you all for coming. Now then, we need to say thank you to our dedicated customers. They really enjoy us and our huge range of great products.
We should make them feel part of a club.
A Create and Craft Club! Brilliant! I can see it now. For just £10 a year, our club members will get
10% off everything they buy.
Yes. What else?
We could do weekly offers and vouchers exclusively to our club members.
Yes, yes, yes.
And we must give them a monthly e-newsletter so they can see what's coming up before anyone else.
And early access to all of our promotions.
That is brilliant.
Could we give them free entry to all crafting live shows?
Great idea.
And we should automatically enter them into a monthly prize draw.
Our club members will love that.
But what if they want more?
Club freedom.
I like it. Club freedom. For just £10 a month, we could give them...
How about free UK standard P&P?
I love it.
We could also give our Club Freedom members exclusive weekly vouchers too.
Everyone would love that.
That's because everyone will love our Create and Craft Club.
Now, we must make it easy to join.
Not a problem. They just go to createandcraft.com. It couldn't be simpler.
If you love crafting,
Then you'll love the Create and Craft Club.
Love a club, of course, as always. Now, we're inspired from that brand new and exclusive bundle. Thanks so much to Toni and the demonstrations. She showed us lots of mediums. And if you're wondering, well, what am I going to be colouring in with first? Have a look at these. It's actually the first time I've properly seen these. These are the media brushes, the watercolour marker pens. Even from the packaging, you get quite grungy. We're thinking backgrounds, everyday card making, but what a brilliant place to begin. And if you're thinking, right, where do I start with these? Scan that QR code. It takes you through to inspiration. But the colours here are beautiful. 6 unique colours. You've been buying these already this show. In fact, 40% of the stock's gone. So you're saving £3.50. So you're still going to get an introductory price if you order it now. So it's £13.49. So 517 117. I'm a big fan of this, and obviously Tony's going to be a big fan. So Toni, for those who's joined us then, why would you recommend these brushes? What's so special about these for you?
The thing I love about these, Charlie, the most is that once the ink has dispersed and you've used it, you have empty watercolour brushes. So you have 6 refillable brushes, OK? So you can utilise them yourself. If you have sprays in a jar or in a spray bottle that you're not using, but you're thinking, do you know what, I could watercolour with those, if you tip the bottles into these barrels, then you can use them. You've got longevity with your craft, and it's about, you know, utilising what you have in your stash. If you have a ton of sprays at home that you're not using, once the barrels have been finished and complete with the colour inside, tip the colour in, then you've got so many different colours to utilise. So in this particular one, you get a light and a dark green, an orange, a purple, and a reddish colour. So you can make all the colours because they are your core colours. You can blend and build them together and get every colour in the rainbow. But it's 6 colours at £13.49. Now, if you were to buy 6 refillable water brushes, they would be that price on their own. And the lovely colours were put together by Emma from Thirsty Brush, who's got a keen eye for those vibrant, striking colours. But equally, you can pull them out with a wet brush and just dilute them down. And that's the incredible thing about it. A little goes a long, long way. You're getting a lot for your money here.
You are. So it sounds like you can get very detailed. And if you want to do big washes, how people often start with big classic watercolour art, they're going to be suitable for that too. Maybe try downloading them. I would do a little colour swatch first of all, just to get familiar with the colours. Over half's gone. Now with these, at the end of the day, it's £13.49 for a professional set of brush markers. So yeah, 517, 117. No wonder they're going. Now, this is really impressive. I would go for both of these actually. And it depends what mood you're in. Yeah, it depends if you might just want to get one of the brush out and just do it straight away. Maybe you want to mix colour. Maybe you want the traditional palette kind of vibe. Now, as neons go, sometimes they're just bright, aren't they? These are neon. They live up to their word. So, Toni, these are very easy to work with. They look very intense colour-wise. These are stunning.
So these are huge pans, OK? They are double your traditional pan. So you get the whole spectrum of neon here. Now, the cool part about these, Charlie, is the very fact that they light up in the dark if you pop a neon light near them.
Oh, wow.
So if you do make those cards for the Halloween month, or you want them to glow on top of the fire, and you have that neon strip of light over your fire, or they glow in the dark, which is wonderful, but they have a great creamy consistency. And again, a little goes a long way. £7, you get a water brush in there as well, and all of those colours. I mean, like I said to you earlier, these watercolouring books are for all ages, all crafts, all levels of craft as well. So if you do have a grandchild at home, or somebody who wants to get involved but not quite sure if they're going to like it or not, then this is a great way to sort of like invest and an introduction to handmade card making without all of the expense and the worry that if it doesn't work, I haven't spent a lot of money.
Yeah, absolutely right, Toni. It's like a try me price, isn't it, this? Well, you're saving £5.80 just for the fun of this, just for the vibrancy of the colours. Glow in the dark there, that's really exciting. So yeah, 601 589. Well, lots of people buying papers. We've got those on the show. We've got various different mediums. We've got embossing folders as well, actually, so do check those out on creativecraft.com. So if you go to the website, scroll down, products in the show, you'll see all of these, so please don't worry if you forget any item numbers. Now, when it comes to backgrounds, maybe he's thinking of mats and layers for those beautiful pieces of art from the new and exclusive. These are so summery. These are so now. What a collection. Well, you've already found it. It's the Stamps by Me Sweet Like Honey. It's the mini stamp, the stencil and the paper bundle. Have a look at the quality of this art. I mean, the colours are delightful. They're such an opulent, classy mixture, aren't they? They really do deliver each and every time. It's fun, it's vibrant, it's spring, it's summer. It's what we're waiting for, I think. So yeah, £22.49 for the entire collection. So 197,609. So Toni, Joe, we look at these papers. So look at these stamps now, and you've got every single layer covered, I think, when it comes to crafting on this show. This is gorgeous.
Oh, Charlie, this is such a cute sentiment in this particular set as well. And the set, oh, if you love bees, you're going to absolutely love this. And it's got the watercolour theme from Stamps by Me run through as well. So these are just some elements that we had left from our celebration boxes. So if you didn't invest in the celebration, you are going to get little bite-sized chunks of what was in those incredible boxes. So in this particular one, I've put a 7x7 pad. We don't have lots of this, ladies and gentlemen. These are sort of like, when TV say to me, can I have a backup? This is the backup, OK? Yeah. Which I'm having to do every single show now. So in this particular one, it's a 7x7 pad, 12 designs, not your traditional 6, so double the designs, 36 pages, 200 GSM, totally uncoated. You can stamp onto them, you can sand them back. They go through your embossing folders beautifully. And although it's a bee collection, look at that, you have our all surfaces built in there as well. Although it is a bee collection, you have hues of blues, teals. There is a thread of pink as well running through, but look at these. And I'll show you some samples in a second. Then you have the blue on there as well. So you can fussy cut these elements. Really, really lovely kit, this, guys. If you do love bees, you are onto a winner. Very summer, very spring as well. So there we go. So that's your paper collection. You get the stencil system as well, which has like the mask that comes out of the centre. So you get your stencil and the mask in the centre. I hopefully get to demo this one tonight because I'm probably not going to have anything else. This one, and then you get this sentiment, which is so beautiful, and it fits beautifully within the mask of your stencil. And I'll just read this one because it's really unique. So sometimes there are not enough words to capture the essence of a truly thankful heart. And sorry, my eyes are so bad. I started reading it and now I can't read it. Can you read it, Charlie? Oh, there we go. Sometimes there are not enough words to capture the essence of a truly thankful heart and put it on paper. So this is my way of saying you are 1 in a million and you will never truly know the difference you've made. Thank you.
I just realised we're looking at what the one in front of me, not in your studio there. Sorry.
It's okay. I got it in, Charlie. You're fine.
But that made people jump. Oh, where's it gone? That was completely my fault.
Yeah, it made me jump too.
I love the way you put me in vision.
It is beautiful.
But it is lovely. They weren't helping me smooth that over, and I didn't deserve it, to be honest. Sorry, Toni. That is really grabbed my attention.
Can I show some samples?
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's take the light off you, Charlie, while you're red.
Thanks, Toni.
There we go. So check out this sample here. So you can see just utilising the sample, but look here, built in with those papers. These papers are stunning. The sentiment here, total thank you, all in those incredible words. It's not very often you see sentiments this big, and we did a lot in the past. Over 2 years ago, we went down a path of creating really long poetic type style sentiments. Well, this is one of those, and we're bringing them back this year. So you have that one. Again, just muted in the background so it looks like vellum. Look at this one with those papers. And that is that incredible sentiment down by the side there. In fact, let's just see what size this card is. 6.5 by 6.5. So this sentiment, you can see, let's measure the sentiment so you have an idea if it's going to fit your style of card making. 3 by 2. Okay, so you know the size now. And then here is another one using those lovely papers in there as well, and fussy cutting the bees and things like that. So you know you're getting a lot, again, for your money in there for £20 or whatever it may be. Great, great bargain.
It is absolutely great bargain. That stamp is beautiful. You get everything right there. £22.49. Again, you're saving £7.50. So 197,609. That is what one stamp. That is just beautiful. Oh, gift tags and so on. You could repeat that for backgrounds, couldn't you? Right. So if you just joined us, very more welcome to Create and Craft. This show is all about the new and exclusive. During the week, every single day at 4 o'clock is a brand new launch. That is not hanging around. 80% of the new and exclusive. In fact, just briefly while we're talking about it, here's a picture of everything you're getting. You get the card back. It's like getting this for free, really, isn't it? And you get the envelopes included, but it's all about those 3 books. It's printed onto the most beautiful, beautiful cards, like classic watercolor card, and it can take lots of mediums, but it's foiled. They are really, really excited. They just look so glamorous. Foiling really does it for me. I absolutely love it. I get so excited when I see it. So it's a 254585. But yeah, it still could go this show shortly afterwards, okay? Now, talk about storage. Maybe you are batch making, speaking of which. Where do you put them? You know, how would you organise stamps? I've got lots of loose bits. Organisation is key. You can have your own filing kind of system with this. These are the cardboard storage wallets with the hang hole. It's 30 pieces there. So I haven't actually seen these before, and I'm amazed. Look, half price. It's the time to get it. So should I ask Toni about these? Because I'm thinking if you've got stamps and so on, if you've got a selection of toppers, it's going to be great. Toni, what's the #1 reason you use this for? What would you say is the big reason people buy this?
I would say, Charlie, I didn't realise there was any of these left. We sold them through, so literally you have what you have. But basically, they're a great, great sort of organisation for your craft. So you know our wallets, you know how it has the printed front on there.
Yes.
But if you want to sort of reorganise another brand's products into these, stick a stamped image on the front if you want to, so you have a visual like you do with my stamps. If that's the way that you like to go through your stash to find your products, then you can do that. But equally, what I do with mine is, and I've just taken mine to HSN this time, is I popped all my die cuts in the packet. So when I tipped them out, I had all of my different die cuts ready for my show if I needed them. So if you cut a ton of die cuts or you've cut some flowers, you didn't quite use them on a project, pop them in. Maybe make a note on the packet of what's inside, maybe cut one and stick it to the front, and again, you have a visual. But it's just brilliant for anything, really. So you have your sentiments, your washi tapes, you know, our sticker washi tapes that you all love and adore. Use them. They're just really, really cool. They're eco-friendly again, and they can be utilised for all your craft. If you want to put buttons in them, whatever you want to do, they're a great storage system, and you get a lot. 30?
You do. 30
Come on.
I like it. Come on, indeed.
Whose idea was that?
It's a bargain, that, Tony. We like it. Yeah, maybe you got those dies that produce multiple die cuts in one pass through, but you don't need them all. Keep the rest in here. You know, maybe you are batch making. That's going to be really, really handy. Or maybe you actually just threw away the packaging accidentally and you want to just protect your stamps. So it's going to help with that. So 061960. Right, now, we're talking about glamorous finishing touches for your cards as well, aren't we? This is beautiful, beautiful, colourless, chunky glitter. Now, Tony, this is sold out in the past. So pleased we got this back. What's the benefit of colourless? Can I ask you that?
Let me tell you, this is sold out 5 times. 5 times. We've only just got it back in stock. I'm delighted we've had it back in stock, because when I get the emails, is it back in stock? I'm like, it's coming, I promise it's coming. Anyway, it's here. So basically, it's a chunky crystal clear glitter. Totally colourless. So normally when you get glitter, it has an iridescent effect. So you see the hues of pinks and greens and yellows. Totally colourless. So it gives you the glass-like finish. So if you are wanting to replicate shiny snow without any colour, this is brilliant. As long as you use a glue that dries clear, you can see it there. Charlie's doing it into the lid, but it's absolutely wonderful. Now, when you've seen this type of textured glitter before, it has been made of such that it can damage, like it's been made of glass before in the past. So this is just plastic. That is all it is. It's recycled plastic. And all you can do with these is, and it's small shards as well, you get a huge pot. But Charlie's got it on his finger there, no colour. But the cool part about it, though, Charlie, is if you get a couple of pots and you pop a little bit of alcohol in, guess what?
Yes.
You can colour your glitter. So you've got a huge tub of glitter there that you can colorise yourself. Pop some into a jar, pop a couple of drops of your alcohol in, leave it in to dry, and then you've got the whole rainbow if you want to, with that slight chunk on there as well. So when we say media glitter, it's because it works so well across lots of different projects. Now, I'm just going to pop it on this black here, so you can see there is absolutely no colour. Absolutely wonderful, and it flies out every single time. And I use it all the time, particularly on my Christmas cards. Absolutely wonderful.
You're right, yeah, obviously like frosty snow and so on, that's going to be perfect just on its own. But yeah, coordinated glitter, that's going to be fantastic. So yeah, if you got alcohol inks, then yeah, great idea. £6.29 for that, whilst it's in stock. So 848259. We've only got a few more minutes, about 9-10 minutes left. So if you have got any questions for Tony, there's still time. Email us in studio@creativeandcraft.com. But it's all about this. It's all about this. There's all the brand new and exclusive. We've got all the stock there currently is, but 85% has gone. We're going to be limited stock very, very soon. It's all about foiling. It's all about watercolouring. You could use your classic watercolours. We've got those media brushes. They're flying out too on the show. We've got plenty of ways. Or maybe it's like to tap your ink pad on your glass mat, the water reactive ones, and then take a watercolour brush and just pot around with these. Whatever your way of colouring is going to be beautiful. Maybe you got some pencils. You just want to quickly scribble some colour on, and then just place exactly where you want. Just redistribute it with a watercolour brush. It's one of my favourite ways of colouring, that is. But I do find it mindful, and people do say that about colouring, isn't it? And all along, you've just got the most beautiful, beautiful foil detail just to work on. And you're adding to something that is already beautiful. No stamping, no drawing, straight to the colouring, and that is absolutely beautiful. That, loving it. So yeah, 254585. You get 3 books. You get a stack of card blanks and a stack of envelopes too. So £39.56 is brilliant, and you can spread that cost interest-free. Right, let's go back to Toni. Toni, so what have we got next?
I was just enjoying myself there. I was just like, I have to wait, be patient till it comes back to you. I was ready to go. So I have the Magnolia from the Botanicals. please do know that you can pick any of the designs from any of the books. I'm picking the larger designs to demo with because it's easier for you to see at home. So I have this magnolia here, which has that lovely, just look at the detail in there, absolutely adorable. And here is one that our lovely Sharon's painted with some pinks and greens. So quite traditional. She's popped a few splats on there to make it look even more real in the relation to the watercolor style. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can now create backgrounds on these as well. So they look beautiful painted up, but once you've done a few, your courage is going to grow further. So let me show you how I like to do my backgrounds. Now, I think you can tear it out or you can leave them in if you're using it as a traditional colouring book. Let's leave it in, actually. We tore the last one out. Let's leave this one in. So I'm just going to take some water on my brush, some clean water, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go round the design this time. So I'm going to leave the image like just totally clean. We're not going to even go anywhere near the image. I'm just going to go all the way around. And now you're probably thinking, oh, you're adding water there. Isn't it going to dry? Well, of course it's going to dry. However, because it's watercolour card, it stays wetter for longer. So I'm going to have the capability to go around this design quite easily, quite freely, and create a lovely glow around this pretty magnolia. So I'm just using quite a big brush here. If you've got my brushes, it's number 14 I'm using for this background here. So go all the way around. Now, I am live again at 6 o'clock on my own channel in relation to these guys. So come and say hello. I don't know what I'm doing at 8 o'clock if anybody wants to help me out. So there's the water. And then let's just use the pens that are in the show because they're super affordable. So let's go, oh, crikey, let's use this one. I'm not sure what colour this is. Let's have a look here. So this is the bluey steel, I believe. Yeah, there we go. So I'm just going to squeeze that through. I only need a little bit. You can see how pigmented they are. And then when you drop it into the ink, look what happens. So let's just do this base bit down here. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my water and I'm just going to connect it with this. Watch what happens if you bounce that colour. You can see it moving, physically moving. And the only reason you can see it doing that is because it's on watercolour card. So, you know, the movability is totally there. Just going to pounce, pounce, pounce. I might go under that leaf a little bit. Now, the hard part about watercolouring is just to leave it be and know when to stop. It's really difficult, we understand that. But, you know, you have lots of different designs to get creative with. So let's pop a little bit in up here. Pounce, pounce, pounce. And I'll take my lovely brush. Obviously, I'm doing it on air. You can take as long as you like. Sit under that light in your room. Add the glows. Get some more water. So you can see now I have a lovely burst of colour around there. It can create, it's atmospheric. It could be a shadow. It could be whatever you wanted it to be. Let's just twist our design around here. Come up round the side. Super easy. So then when it dries off, you'll just end up with a lovely sort of grey burst of colour in and around. And you can see from the lovely samples from the design team, they've got quite into this sort of shadow, cascading shadow coming around from the back of the design. And do you know what? You might be enjoying yourself, but you're also understanding how to watercolour because you're playing around with it. And the only way to learn is to do and play, right? So it's all right saying I can't do it, I'm not picking up a brush. Well, you're actually doing it right now because you're playing with some colouring books. When I think about colouring books, I always think, oh, colouring books, they're a bit boring, aren't they? But these type of colouring books are going to make you look like an artist when really, you didn't really know you were doing it yourself with the light and shade. So there we go, look at that. Instant colour all the way around. And then when it dries, if you do want to colour the magnolia, this one's quite a light wash behind there, but you can do it as dark or as light as you want. Look at that. How different do they look? And then, once you've painted the exterior, let's just do a quick wash on here. Now, say for instance, you're not buying pens, that's absolutely fine, but you have a ton of ink pads that are water-based or dye-based. Okay, let's get some of those. So let's just move this out of the way. Let's just pop some ink onto my mat here. So let's just add some water to here. Quite easy, just to this petal. And then I'm just going to pick up some of the pink from my ink pad and I'm just going to drop that colour in there and then just drag it out. Look at that. It's like fireworks. It's wonderful. And listen, I'm not doing anything that you guys can't do at home. I'm really not. Now I just add the colour around there. Always try and leave a little bit of white space. It just makes it look a little bit more real. But there's my petal. I'm absolutely done. And I'm going to totally move on from that one. And I'm going to do a green one very quickly. I'll let you talk, Charlie. I will shut up.
I tell you, it's beautiful. I could watch you for hours doing this. It's beautiful. And you know what? You can do this. You can absolutely do this. You can hold a paintbrush or a pencil, you can absolutely do it. By the way, we are limited stock now of the new and exclusive. So we're down to that last 10%. But of course, if you did go for the media brushes, they have now sold out. Well done if you got those. You got through that stock very, very quickly indeed. Really, really impressed with this. I understood this straight away. People love foiling. It just takes something beautiful to another level. And I think if you're using this to make and sell, you may even get a few more pounds than if a bit more money than if it wasn't foiled. But for me, they always just pop. They always just stand out. You've got florals, you've got basically botanicals, you've got the tags and the toppers all included. That is just a beautiful, beautiful piece of art. In fact, that can become that. That's what we're talking about. And by the way, a person who did this, guess how old they were? 6 years old. Noelle, if you're watching, my hats off to you, my friend. 6 years old. That is fantastic. I really, really admired that. But let's have a look at some more of this art. There's so many different pieces to work with. You get so much art. So saving £24 and 40 pence. All you got to think about when you're going to be colouring in your first ever piece. It could be your first piece with this. Maybe it's going to be the first time you get your brand new colouring pencils out, your brand new markers, who knows, but this is really, really going to be up your street. If you love your colouring, then this is it. Maybe you got a massive craft room, great. Maybe you just flicked on for the first time, you want to get started. Get some watercolour paints, go for these, and you're going to be well on your way. But it's hard to get it wrong. They make you feel so artistic. Toni, we've got about 45 seconds. Any final thoughts for those who've just joined in?
I'm having a great time. I'll see you all at 8 o'clock.
We'll see. We're in the zone, aren't we, Toni? We'll see you at 8 o'clock. I'm sure we've got lots and lots more ideas for 8, even if this does sell out in between shows. And I think it's going to, because it is limited stock. This is going to be absolutely beautiful. Well, although I'm on my own in the studio, we really appreciate Toni for joining us on Skype.
Here.
Martin's here. Martin's coming up next up.